Hey, Alexa, volume 4. Hey, good afternoon, y'all. Happy Sunday. It's crazy. You see, I had to take my jacket off. I was sort of cool earlier. But then I came in the kitchen and turned on the music and started dancing. Then I got a little warm. So I had to take this jacket off. And how can you go wrong with NE, whether it's new or old? It's not even new anymore, but this still isn't classic NE, so I still call it new NE. So, forget it, here go my number. So, happy Sunday. I am Krystal Taylor, and welcome, not Wakem. I say that because I didn't get up too long ago. Had a late night work session, but welcome to In the Kitchen with Krystal, where today we will make oatmeal cupcakes. And I decided to do this week. Hold on, I feel like Alexa still bullying. Hold on. Alexa, volume 3. All right. So a few weeks ago, I did the overnight oats. And with that, they're really cool because you can make them ahead of time. Hey, sis, you make those ahead of time. Just leave them in the fridge. Let them marinate a little bit for a few days. And you can eat them. But the thing about it is that constantly trying to find ways for you all to eat while you're on the go. Something for our busy people that's still good and healthful. Everything isn't completely healthy, but it's good for you. So today, again, we are making oatmeal cupcakes that you can eat in the car. And the kiddies like them because we're putting chocolate chips in them and they're called cupcakes. Who wouldn't want them? So I'm going to start by heating up my oven, preheating at 380. Now try not to do anything until we get on here so you can see how long it takes. The only thing I did do, just because I was setting up stuff, put everything out, I did put my liners in my cupcake liners in my pan. I just did that. But other than that, I didn't do anything else. And one thing I could have done, and I would typically do ahead of time, but I decided to wait to show you all. So I'll go over the ingredients that we're going to use. So since they're oatmeal cupcakes, of course we're using oatmeal. When you're baking, I don't typically use a lot of salt at all, but salt does bring out the flavor in baking. So we will use a tinge, and I said a tinge, not even a pinch, a tinge of salt. Coconut oil, and the recipe calls for coconut oil or vegetable oil, but of course I like coconut oil better. Gonna use some chocolate chips, add a little sweetness. Y'all know I'm not making anything, especially oatmeal based, without my cinnamon. Since we're baking, of course, vanilla extract. For sweeteners, in addition to the chocolate chips, but we're not going to use that many chocolate chips. The banana, that's why we're using the banana, and it sort of acts like another oil also. But then stevia, I'm just going to use some stevia packets. And then the last thing I'll probably add in a little bit of would be some pecans. So it asks for you to use, what's this, how much oil? Okay, so I'll tell you this. The recipe I typically follow makes 2 dozen cupcakes. And that means you and your family can eat on them for a long time. You can freeze them or whatever. But I only want to make a dozen this week. I don't want to make that many because unfortunately my kids are in school. So when they were here, it was nothing for me to make 2 dozen and for them to be gone. Because I eat about 2 of them each morning for breakfast. And, that means the kids are eating 3 or 4. So they were easily going by. But for my breakfast, what I will do this week when I eat these, I will eat 2 of these and probably like 2 or 3 boiled eggs each morning for my breakfast. So the recipe calls for 1/4 cup plus a tablespoon. But you know what? You can't really bake with that, right? Because it's too, oh, y'all hear that? Alexa, give me volume 4. Y'all gotta hear this. Let me know if you can hear it. And for anybody who's watching on replay, please put replay in the comments. And also let me know where you're watching from. All right, so back to what I was trying to tell you all about the coconut oil. Because coconut oil is naturally in its solid state, and we need it to be an oil to mix it with the wet ingredients. All I'm going to do is I'm running my hot water. Just have a little container. And I'm going to fill this up with hot water. Now, you can do it another way, too. Some folks like to try to put it in the microwave for a little bit to do that. Try to boil some water and sit it in there. But all I need is just a little bit of it. So all I do, because it naturally melts so quickly, I'm just going to get a container, hot water, and just run it over it and let it sit for a little bit. Can y'all hear my music? Can y'all hear what it is? And it's funny because today I am not feeling the greatest. And I was like, I'm going to have some upbeat music so I can get myself up there. But sometimes you do just have to bring it down. Can you hear my music, sis? I'm at Alexa, volume 5. Can y'all hear that? If you cannot hear that, that is Let's Chill by Guy. Hey. All right. So I got the oil going. So now let's start mixing. I have 2 bowls because, of course, when we're baking, you need one for your wet ingredients, one for your dry. If you didn't know that, just learn something today. All right. So let's get all the dry stuff first. So I am going to mix my oatmeal, a little bit of my salt, my cinnamon, my pecans, and my chocolate chips. That's what I'm going to work on. And I realized I didn't grab a spoon for the salt. And I don't know how much I want. So hold on one second. All right. I'm back. All right. So for what I'm doing, like I told you, I'm only doing a dozen. So if you want to make that 2 dozen, like the recipe calls for, first of all, if you want this recipe emailed to you, please be sure to drop your email address. You can either drop it in the comments, or you can send a message to the Fitness is Not a Game page, and I'll get it and send it to you there. Or, of course, you can let me know on Facebook. It's Fitness is Not a Game group. Either way, I can email you the full recipe. But the recipe, as it states, for 2 full dozen would be 5 cups of oats. And since, boy, y'all know it's my boo about to sing to me, I'm only doing half, so I'm going to do 2.5. Y'all hear that? I was cooking the other day, and my son was just laughing at me. I'm just always dancing around. Can't help it. I like to enjoy whatever I'm doing. Y'all hear it? Come on. Didn't this come on last week or 2 weeks ago? If you can't hear it, this is true. All I do is think of you. Yeah. So I have my oats, and it calls for like a 1/4 cup. It says 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to do half a teaspoon, because you do want that flavor to pop. And half a teaspoon is not that bad. Over 12 doggone, see? Boy, they get to singing to me, boy, my brain. Over 12 doggone cupcakes. And so with my add-ins, I honestly eyeball it. Think about how much I want. Honestly, I don't want too many pecans. And again, I have to say pecans. My children have trained me to say the name of the actual nuts. Because I say, I don't want too many nuts. And then my kids start giggling like the kids they are. Goodness, hold on. Get another spoon. Hey, Candace. Candace, you check the shirt? Candace graduated with me, class of 94. They say it was Lincoln Senior High School. Best class. Yes, sir. All right, back to it. So, I'm also going to add my cinnamon. To me, cinnamon is everything when it comes to baking. Now, of course, you still don't want to overdo it, but to me, I'm just going to eyeball this. I have no idea how much I would want to even measure it out to be. Because I sprinkle it until I smell it. Yes. Ooh, that smells good. Y'all see that? Honestly, I just did like a full layer. Mix that up. And then the last thing. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Ooh. Y'all know I get excited when I get to smelling food. I get to thinking about how it's going to taste. Well, do you care what beat I'm on, if I'm on beat to the music or not? Goodness. Ooh, all right. And since we are trying to still be healthful but enjoy our meal, we're going to, the oven's ready. Use only a little bit. And I usually use mini chocolate chips just so they spread through more. But I honestly couldn't find them. And I didn't. And these are just as good. I'm just doing, because a handful is about a quarter of a cup. So less than about a cup for the whole 12 is not bad at all. So I don't feel bad for that. Use my butterfly cup. Y'all see that? My mommy loves butterflies. My butterfly black bag cup. Anywho, mix those up, and then the last dry ingredient. Oh gosh, this chocolate. Wow, can y'all see that? As I said, it's not that many chocolate chips, but goodness. And then I just add my stevia. And the thing is, it doesn't need that much sweetener, period, because of the chocolate chips and the banana. And for the coconut oil that I use, it adds its own natural sweetness. And when I get everything in the oven, which should be within the next few minutes. Oh my goodness, it's so sweet. It's all in my mouth. I just tasted the chocolate in my mouth. It's just the aroma. It flew up in my doggone mouth. That is hilarious. Love it. So I'm going to set this aside because now we're going to work on the, there we go. Now y'all see, I'm going to show y'all. So with the coconut oil, I'm going to tell you to set it in the water. See how it's doing that? That's all I needed to do. See how that drip down there? I like to naturally let it warm up. So I'm just not a fan of microwaving because I feel like when you microwave it, it might burn and take away some nutrition value. So this is exactly what I need. So for the wet ingredients, first thing we're going to do is mash our potato. Mashed potatoes, don't judge me. But banana, Alexa, volume 3. So the full recipe calls for 2.5 cups. But I know, so the whole banana, and this is a nice size, like a large banana. And I hope y'all got y'all minds out y'all gutters too. Don't act like my kids. But it's mashed up is about a full cup. So that's why I know to only use, instead of having to measure it out, because I believe in saving dishes. Oh, y'all hear that? I might have to turn that back up. Candace, tell everybody where you from. Well, I told them already. Put it in the comments just in case somebody missed it and it's time to represent. My sis already put on that she's down there in Marion, Illinois right now, but that ain't where she's from. The boogie representative. All right. So because I used really, really ripe bananas, and that's what you want. Oh, it smells good. Goodness, I think these are going to be so good. You want that because it's easier to mash. And this is considered to be a wet ingredient because guess what? It's not dry. If you drop this on the floor, it's not easy for you to sweep up. So if you want to know what's a wet ingredient, what's a dry ingredient, there you go. Easy peasy. All right. So I got my banana. Next, I need my vanilla. And we are going to, I like vanilla. So it says 2 teaspoons or 2.5, but when I cut it in half, it's going to be a little bit over 1. So that's half. That's 1. Just because I think vanilla is yummy. I'm going to do 1.5. All right. So my vanilla's done. And you know what I always do? And maybe this is just me, but when I'm going through my recipes, as I use the ingredients, I set them to the side so I know what I've used and what I haven't used. I told y'all, well, I know, I didn't tell y'all. I was telling some of my coworkers the other day, so for Thanksgiving, I make a sweet potato bread. And yes, and it's fire. It's my mom's recipe. Oh, it smells good. It's a shame how excited I get when I smell this stuff. Wow. But anywho, it calls for oil, of course, because it's a bread. And 1 year, so this is a tradition my sons and I follow every Thanksgiving. We typically make it either the Tuesday or the Wednesday of Thanksgiving week, depending on if we're going out of town or if we're going to be here, because people have to come pick theirs up. And then I also ship some to my sister. But anywho, 1 year we were making it and we forgot the doggone oil. And I kept saying, like, something feels off. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And sure enough, that doggone bread came out. It was still good. It was still good, but it was not to our standards and our quality of bread. And if you've ever had the sweet potato bread, you know how fire it is. If you haven't, maybe one day I will bless your spirit and make it for you. But yeah, so I've learned from then on, when you use it, put it to the side. So that way you know what's still left. So I know, and I'm tripping, what I didn't put to the side was my doggone cinnamon. So all I have now is my coconut oil. And it said 1/4 cup, so I'm just going to do a little bit less than that because I don't want too much oil. Let's see. Now, and if this is the other thing, if you don't know this already, whenever you're measuring a liquid, you want to make sure that your measuring cup is flat on the surface, because that's how you're going to see it. You're actually looking for the, what do they call it? My kids will know the term of it, but the bottom of the dip of the liquid, that's the actual level. If you're holding it in your hand, you can easily tilt it, and you're looking at the top, that's not the right measurement. So you always want to put it down and get eye level with it. There we go. So that's about 1/8 of a cup, because we're cutting it in half. Pour that in there. I'm excited. All right. So I'm mixing my wet together. Hey, Charlene. Yeah, Charlene, I'm telling you, that sweet potato bread, it's ridiculous. It truly is. And that's not even tooting my own horn, because I get it from my mom. She get it from my mom. It's my mother's recipe, but I promise you, every time someone has tasted it, they have to end up getting on the sweet potato bread rotation list each year. It's crazy. So, all right. So now I have my wet ingredients, have my dry ingredients, and I'm just going to mix them in. Put the wet into the dry. Oh, duh. I'm sitting there like, man, this look dry. Water. Good grief. I'm sitting over here like, what the heck? Duh. Water. Of course we're going to use, I'm just using 1 1/4 cup of water. All right. And I'm putting it in this thing first. I filled it up in here so I can look at it over here. Make sure I have enough. Man, that's a shame. I do this too much, because I actually almost hit that right exactly. I'm really about to just drop a little bit, and I could just go with it, but that's fine. All right. A little water in there. And now we're going to mix this on up. I swear, y'all sure, I was over here looking at this. I was like, this don't look right. Maybe I shouldn't have did this live. Maybe they didn't need to see this fail live. Alright, that's looking better. More like it. That's hilarious. I sure was over here like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Alright. So it's almost mixed up. Alright. Now that's mixed up. Easy peasy. So right now we're what? Less than 20 minutes into the recording. And we're basically done. Put these in the oven. And when they bake, they only bake for about, let's see, about 20 minutes. Somewhere around there. And remember, I said I'm going to eat on these all week. You can eat them fresh out the oven, which is really good. And when I'm stirring it up, I'm making sure I get enough. You see that? Enough of everything. That's why before you put it all together, I don't know if you noticed it, but I was stirring after every ingredient. That's to get them all married together really, really well. Because I don't know about you, but I hate when I'm eating something and there's like all the ingredients pushed to one side, and then your next bite you get nothing else and all that. I like a little bit of everything in each bite. So that's why I keep stirring it up, make sure that I see the pecans, I see the chocolate chips, and then I will drop it into the cup. But anywho, like I was saying, you can eat these straight out the oven. They are delicious. You can freeze them, refrigerate them. But what I will tell you that I had to learn the hard way. Well, not the hard way. It's not like it was a bad thing. But I did learn to let them completely cool before you take the paper off. Because that's how they come off. The paper comes off really, really clean. If not, when you open it, well, take it off, you'll be, losing some of the cupcake, the oatmeal, and it'll be stuck to the paper. And if you like me, I don't like wasting food. So, and I'm not ashamed to eat on the doggone paper to get all my doggone food, but I just choose not to. So if you want a smooth cupcake, and especially when I wrap them up and take them to work or take them in the car with me wherever I'm going, I just like for them to be complete and smooth. And I like to, you can keep them in the paper if you want to, but I personally prefer to take it out the paper just because to me it's less trash when you're out and about. So, and again, we're trying to make this as quick and easy and clean as possible. Can y'all hear that? But it's not enough to satisfy emotions. Yeah, I figured today would be all old school since I got on my old school shirt. The jacket I have on, you can't really see it right now. This is my old school Army jacket that I got in basic training. Ooh, and you know what? Let me tell you a story about that. What's funny is I had been out for so long that years ago, and I'm just filling in with extras. Years ago, my sons, they had a Veterans Day event. Hey Tiff, I see you come in. Hey, they had a Veterans Day event at school, and so knowing I'm a vet, they asked me to come, and they asked me to wear my uniform, and I'm like, cool. First of all, shout out to still being able to wear my uniform 20 plus years later. So I come up in there with my uniform. And there's this other soldier there who's still in. And I'm looking at his uniform and he's looking at mine. And he said, wow, what year were you in? And I told him, and he was like, oh, I figured. And I was like, damn, all y'all uniforms like that now? Like, what I was in, those were just the desert uniforms. But it was so funny because, boy, my uniform told my age and he sure called me out, baby. All right. So now all of my cupcakes are ready to go. Like I said, I'm just going to put them in the oven. That's a shame. I like mine to be even too. That's the other thing. Boy, I hate when one come out real big and it be a little baby one. Don't nobody want the little baby muffin or a cupcake. Shoot. Don't cheat me. Give me all my stuff. Alright? So 20 minutes. And that's that. So I didn't do this week like I did last time. I did make any ahead of time so you can see what they look like, but they're cupcakes. So when they come out, I'll post a picture later. I'll probably post some tomorrow. But I do want to tell you, so let's talk about why I like these. All right. Not only are they delicious, but they don't make you feel bad when you eat them. So because we were using coconut oil instead of vegetable oil or butter or anything like that, and we use stevia instead of all this sugar, and we used banana too instead of the vegetable oil and all that. These are healthier for you. Hey, Nick, you come by to get one fresh out the oven? Come on. I'm actually going to be your way in a little bit anyway. So, all right. So, this is how they look on paper for the numbers. Everybody likes the numbers, right? So, for each cupcake, when they come out, they're 110 calories. They have 16 grams of carbs. They have 5 grams of fat, 3 grams of protein, and only 3 grams of sugar. So that is not bad at all. When you go get a doggone granola bar, you're not getting that. This is a homemade, fresh baked, made to your taste and flavor oatmeal cupcake that you could take on the go. Now, what else I used to add, I've added before, but I don't have any right now. And it's not really necessary, but you can put some ground flaxseed in there if you want to add some extra fiber and add some extra protein without adding any bad calories to it. And it makes you feel fuller longer. It's more sustainable. Awesome. You can do that. I'm trying to think, what else have I added? People like to add coconut, shredded coconut. You can do that. That's not bad. I'm not a big fan of coconut, so I just don't. There's certain things I do like coconut in, but I've never been like, oh, you know what to make this fire? Some coconut. Nah, that ain't me. Trying to see what else. Of course, since it's oatmeal, you can add your fruit in there. So you can add some. That's why we already have bananas in there, but you can do raisins. You can do apple. All that good stuff. So that's it, and it seems like I guess practice is starting to get it not perfect, but we are trucking through these because I actually did what time is it? In less than 30 minutes. And that's why I tell you, I try my best to get you all good meals in a short amount of time, I should say. But they're still healthier for you. You don't feel bad. And it helps you to plan for a few days. Like I said, for these 12, I will have breakfast for a few days, minus the ones that Nikki says she's stealing. I guess I could have made the whole 2 dozen and just brought some over to folks, but oops, I did not. I might actually make it on back because I have enough stuff for it. So that might be what I'll do. Maybe I will just whip up another one real quick. It's really not that hard. So you might luck out. So, all right, y'all, that's it. So do you all have any questions for me today? You all just been sort of chilling, hanging out, watching me, and that's cool. But I like talking to y'all. Now, if y'all want to hear the king of R&B, put one in the comments. Who want to hear the king of R&B? I already know one person does because we had a conversation about it. Alexa, volume 6. Yeah. Y'all know I gotta sing and dance. I can't help it. Can't help it. I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday. Let's see. When you make yours, let me know. Post them on the page. Actually, post them in the Facebook group. That way we could all see it. We can all participate. We could all communicate together, all that good stuff. Because on the page, they sort of get hidden. But in the group, we have fun. And we post and we communicate and talk and laugh. We gift it out. Oh my gosh. We have gifts for everything. So come on over. And I guess I will throw another quick batch. Let me see how much oil I have ready. You lucky, Nick. I got enough oil ready. And those just went in the oven. And with me not talking, I'm going to have this whipped up and back in the in the oven within 5 minutes. So let me throw another batch together real quick. And y'all have a great Sunday. Talk to y'all later. It's like that. It's like that.